So my name is Charles Beltramo. The major I am going for is sociology. Um, why I chose this major is because I like interacting with people. I like communicating. Pretty much sociology is a study of human interaction, pretty much studying humans, um, the way they communicate and just the whole ideal aspect of that. So I think it suited me best. Um, why did I choose SJCC? It's pretty convenient to where I live. It's about a 5-minute drive. I feel like they offer a wide range of choices of majors you can actually go into, and it kind of gives you that whole feeling of you can actually discover yourself as you go into school. Um, how long have I been attending San Jose City College? I came here right after high school. I attended San Jose City College for about a year, and then I went and enlisted in the Navy, and then I decided to come back. So a little bit over a year and a half now altogether. I stayed at San Jose City College because, um, you know, in high school, I was actually in the middle college program where I attended Mission College in high school. But after that, I came to San Jose City just because I felt like it was honestly a little community. I felt like everyone was in here for different reasons, but somehow, um, they all related in a goal wise, which is, we want to get what we want. We want to get move along in the process. And I just felt really comfortable here. I actually did San Jose City College football. It felt like a family. They really motivated me as in, to progress with San Jose City College and how to move forward. Some of the resources I used on campus was the library. I took advantage of that. Definitely with research projects, um, reaching out to professors, not so much tutoring, but just a study space, a quiet area to just kind of isolate myself from everything and just get what I need to get done. So library was definitely a big help. Um, resources I wish I had. Um, actually, coming into San Jose City College, I had a learning disability which rolled into the 504 program. I felt like I could have used a little more guidance with how that transitioned from high school to college. Um, I kind of felt like, since you have this learning disability, you're kind of just pushed into college and, how do you apply it to college? But, my learning disability, I kind of fought through that and accepted the way I learn and then kind of transitioned that myself into college. But I wish I would have got more help into the starting point to the ending point where I'm at right now. Do I prefer online, hybrid, or in person? I prefer hybrid actually. Um, I just feel like you know, it gives you people a sense of, they're their online classes that they like and they have the feeling of being online. But I feel like the hybrid class gives you a point to check in with your professor and if there's anything you're struggling on to go ahead and have that face to face conversation. And then after that class, you're going to go ahead and go back online. So I feel like it gives the person an option of, the best of both worlds. What I liked about San Jose City College, which I mentioned before, it feels like it's its own little community. Everyone's here for one goal. Um, I feel like the programs here at San Jose City College are pretty diverse as well, and it gives everyone an opportunity to kind of express themselves. Have I attended any other colleges, and what was my experience there? Yeah, so I've attended Mission College in high school. Um, so I was pretty much a full-time student in college as well. Um, I had 3 or 4 classes after my half day in high school. Um, I felt like it was very independent. I felt like people didn't really have the bond like San Jose City College. At San Jose City College, you walk the campus, you see people talking, saying, "Hey, how's it going?" Catching up. People, walking into the student center and people, joking, administration. They're talking, and it's very lively at the campus in a way. But Mission College felt very open and just very um, just this is you're by yourself. Uh, it's very just independent, and I mean, it may be good for some people, but I feel like it was very easy to get lost, and it kind of ruined the whole experience of being in college for the first time for me. What did I like best about San Jose City College? Definitely the whole family aspect. How can we support students more at San Jose City College? Um, I think maybe having like a blast email, just kind of options as in, like topics that may apply to different students. Like for example, learning disability, for athletes, or, honor system, something that kind of categorizes someone in a not um, specific way. So having like a blast email with listing certain topics that like a almost like a job fair kind of situation, where if you come in this day, we can go ahead and get you set up for everything. For an example, Monday, is this section, Tuesday is for these problems, Wednesday, and there so forth. So I think maybe a week, or maybe 2 weeks in advance, prior to the actual initial first day of school. I think just getting everyone caught up, or if they need help with something, I think that would be definitely a target point for students to go ahead and feel like they're more comfortable here and really address their problems. How can we reach out to students who are feeling, oh, I'm sorry, who are dealing with struggles that we may need to, okay, well, pretty much reaching out to students who may be struggling. Um, I think maybe I feel like there's definitely a way where you can see students with a certain GPA, um, students that have, a lower GPA, maybe reaching out to them, maybe just a phone call or email or a text, like a blast text to students that are, struggling, like, hey, do you need help? Or what can I help you with? Or, is there a time we can speak, and just kind of not really go too in depth of, uh, with one student, because, there's I guarantee there's tons of students that have the exact same problem and, are struggling at some point with their GPA. But just reaching out to them and be like, hey, is there anything that we can do? If it's just text, email, phone call, just giving that student reassurance that, hey, we're here. We don't want you to drop out. We don't want you to leave. We want you to finish and have the same mentality that you had when you first started. So I think just that reassurance check would go ahead and trigger that person to, okay, you know what, they do care. I am in this, I want to stay focused, because I feel like towards the end of the semester, towards the middle of the years, people start to drift. They see job opportunities, they see easy money, and they just go, you know what, um, this is that. And I want to go ahead and get started with this. And they just forget about the reasons why they actually started at San Jose City College.
Just to kind of start off with what you kind of brought up at the beginning here. So for me, kind of speaking for myself, what keeps me coming back to San Jose City College is I have a goal, um, of, finishing San Jose City College. And I have to say, I have found an enormous amount of support at San Jose City College. And if I have found myself lacking support, I will kind of reach out to the staff and faculty at San Jose City College to ask if it's available somewhere, or where I can maybe find it, if it's at San Jose City, if it's not, maybe somewhere else. And that's what keeps me coming back. I have found I get along very well with the professors. I get along with the staff that works in the main office there when you walk through the college. I have just found a lot of resources, through financial aid and scholarships, grants available. I have also found that I haven't lived really better than when I started San Jose City College. So yeah, to answer those first few questions. And then the questions that you sent me, I started off with a major of wanting to become a drug and alcohol counselor, and then changed my major to psychology, sociology, social and behavioral sciences, and business. And I chose that major because I want to help the homeless and work kind of in that field of getting people housed and helping drug and alcohol addicts find a better life. I was once in that position, and just after getting into college, there's just a way better life and a future for people that were once living like I used to, that are still in those shoes. I chose San Jose City College because it was close to my current residence, and I've been attending San Jose City College since September 2020. And like I said, I've stayed because I just, like, I belonged once I started. There has been numerous resources, such as financial aid. I was offered the car wrap program. I'm not sure if you're familiar with that. Andrea from the CARE program during Thanksgiving of last year had asked me if I wanted to enroll in the car wrap program, which is where the San Jose City logo is kind of like wrapped around your car. And it's a grant funded type of program where I just kind of drive around and get a grant, given to me monthly for, extra school expenses. So it's just another resource that San Jose City has offered in trade for me kind of, I guess, advertising San Jose City's logo, which I'm happy to do. So just lots of different resources available. There's the tutor that I had last semester that helped me get through statistics. I definitely would not have passed that class without that resource. Gosh, there's just been so much help that I've received as far as resources. I have not used the library this semester, but did use it last semester in my communications class with you. I used it for statistics tutoring last semester. My experience with the library has been nothing but good. I do prefer both in-person and online classes because I am a single mom and I work. It can be easier to do both in-person and online classes because I kind of am all over the map.
Right. Hello, I'm Daniel Snyder. I'm 22 years old and I'm currently a student at San Jose City College. My major currently is business management. I'm trying to get an associate's degree in it, non-transfer, so that way I can, get out and work and pay for my next degree. I chose this major in particular, mostly because of the flexibility once I have the degree, like once I get it. It would allow me to re-enroll and potentially work while doing so at a entry level, but still allow me to work. I chose San Jose City College because of the fact that in San Jose, it's kind of the closest to VTA that I can find in a reasonable time frame, given that I'm from Gilroy and I'm commuting about 35 miles roughly. And I've only been attending San Jose City College for roughly a semester. So far, so good. I'm going to be taking summer session in order to speed up my degree. But so far, it's been a great experience. And that actually inspired me to stay with the campus rather than jumping ship to Gavilan. I heard that Gavilan's closer and maybe the student body may be a little more progressive, but that's why I'm staying here for now, because I figure I might have a chance to make it that way either which way. For question 6, I noticed that it said what resources I've used. I've used the Student Accessibility Services Office, the Financial Aid Office, the General Counseling Department, and the VA Counseling Department. I have used the loaner laptop services, as well as the library. And honestly, all of those have been great so far. I will say there is some room for improvement, though. And as for resources that I wish I had, I wish there were more opportunities to close the gap between my K-12 education and what's expected of me in college. As each person's education differs a little bit, and mine had some gaps due to special education, I was not prepared for this. So I wish that was a thing. So like remedial classes, a different grading curves, or other forms of skill building would be helpful. Also, offering evaluations for self-placement and self-guided placement besides the ones that are currently offered in the first part of enrollment would be great. Because if you fail a class, you need to know where you're actually at and what you're missing. For question number 8, it asked me if I used the library. I did, and my experience was great. But I will say the librarians definitely deserve more than what they're getting paid now. I personally don't know what that number is, but I see the same librarians there every week, and my gosh, they are so patient and kind that whatever they're getting, give them more. Also, I wish they had more study rooms, because those single room study rooms are great for people with sensory issues or people that have other sorts of study requirements or deadlines. For question number 9, I was asked, do I prefer in-person, hybrid, or online classes? And I'm going to be honest, I prefer in-person or hybrid, which is a little ironic given that I'm immunocompromised. The problem is that with the online classes, there is more technical difficulties than you would have in hybrid even. And there seems to be no remedy to this. I've talked to History 17A for my professor for that. That was an online course, and multiple documents would delete the text box after I submitted it. And if I didn't have the most recent copy that I had sent in saved to a flash drive, just no way to prove that I did it. So I wish that that was better for online. However, hybrid's been okay, because with the in-person lecturing and then the online assignments, that's been helpful for students who have a hard time focusing specifically in class or specifically on longer periods of time together. Honestly, for number 10, my answer was that I chose this because I like how diverse the campus is and how close to BTA the campus is located. Also, in age, gender, and culture, it has a very diverse campus, and there's a lot of areas to learn about a ton of different people. I've learned more about, for example, different individuals with learning difficulties than myself, and people that have all sorts of different things about themselves from their background that I would never have guessed. That college is definitely something I'm grateful for showing me. Honestly, for areas of feedback that I could give, the students need a direct line of advocacy. If they're not being listened to in the first place, then it's not going to help them at all, really. They need to have a direct voice that ends up telling people, hey, even if you're my professor, I still deserve this accommodation potentially, even if you disagree with it. Because right now, professors in the syllabus often state that they can pick and choose which accommodations will and will not be made, even if they're choosing a different wording. This is very ableist and definitely would go far in supporting students who are struggling with issues. Second, remedial classes and other opportunities to develop skills in general ed classes without excess years in class would be great. A lot of students who fail in graduating college and stuff like that, or fail in doing so in a timely manner, only do so because maybe they have a hiccup or something that makes them fall behind, and that snowballs. That effect just keeps rolling downhill. And so I feel like often if you create remedial classes, you'll get rid of that obstacle, because you can make them a shorter class just to cover the gaps in knowledge.
My name is Isela, and I am a nursing major. I chose my major because I have cancer that runs in my family, and my specialty that I would like to be in would be on oncology, which is the study of cancer and cancer prevention. I think it's important to have people in the field working from the inside out to basically just provide a better bedside manner, which I think potentially could overall help the healing and recovery of patients that are battling with cancer. I chose San Jose City College because it's actually very close to my home where I currently reside in San Jose, as well as the fact that the tuition cost was very low. It's very important for me to have a college that is close to home because I am a mother of 3 children. I do work full time and I attend school full time. So San Jose City College was just geographically speaking the perfect distance from home and their school. I've been attending San Jose City College since August of 2021. So I'll be going on my 3rd semester with San Jose City. I would say I've stayed with San Jose City College because of the convenience and location, as well as the classes that are offered. A nursing degree is, like my major specifically, is kind of hard to find a school that offers everything that you need that is transferable. And I think that's really important, is that the credits that I have been able to obtain at San Jose City College are all transferable, which is really important. A lot of students may take a lot of time in these units and then come to find out later on that they're not transferable. And that can be a really detrimental phase in their education if they don't have the proper information, if they're not educated on the units and the accreditations and what's accepted at the schools in which they're potentially going to be applying for. That's definitely something that I did receive at San Jose City College, was being well informed, going over my choices, and definitely having a very thorough understanding of these transfer units and things of that nature. I would say the resources that I used the most on campus were going to be the gym and the counseling services. I also am a part of the EOP&S program. I've been fortunate enough to have their resources as well. I've done the lending laptop program where they lent me a laptop for the semesters, which is really useful and very helpful because I'm able to have my own device that's set up. It has everything that I need. It has Word access. And for a lot of students, Word can be very expensive to purchase. Even though we get a discount on it, it is still pretty expensive and can be costly. So to have it already programmed in the device we're able to borrow is really awesome. Very fortunate for that program. The one thing I say I would wish that San Jose City College did offer is going to be, and I may be unaware of it, but I'm pretty sure they don't have on-campus daycare. For a lot of students, that's a big, for me, and what I've heard through my fellow students is that their mothers or fathers, and they don't have anyone to care for their children for like late night classes. They work during the day. So daycare on campus, or more easily accessible daycare on campus or like a kids club of that nature would be really helpful for the parents that really the duration of their time at San Jose City is kind of extended because they have to take day classes and they're unable to take the night classes, which a lot of people prefer so that they don't have to give different scheduling to their bosses for work. So that is something that I really wish they had, was like a kids club of something of that nature.
Hello, my name is Nayeli Tadeo. I graduated from SJCC in the spring semester of 2019 with my associate's degree in communication studies. What I like best about SJCC is how dedicated and approachable professors are. I like that professors share their personal experiences with students. I cherish every single one of those anecdotes. Some of the outstanding professors that I had the opportunity to get to know and to whom I'm forever grateful are Professor Gabriela Rios, who was extremely patient and understanding. She was aware that math was a challenging course for a significant percentage of students. With her patience and passion for teaching, she helped me overcome the challenges that seem impossible. Another great professor was Nick Fortino, who not only gave us psychology lectures, but also sang and danced during his lectures and made my day. I would also like to acknowledge Professor Wayland Baker for guiding me and genuinely caring for his students. What I liked the least from SJCC was that I did not get to meet students who were interested in the same field of study as me. Transferring from SJCC was easy thanks to the amazing counselors and transfer center staff who were extremely helpful and guided me throughout the entire process. Last month, I graduated from SJSU with my bachelor's degree in communicative disorders and sciences. My advice for faculty, classified personnel, and administrators at SJCC is to be passionate about your job. Your dedication does not go unnoticed, and it's greatly appreciated. Thank you.